back to my channel. It's Liliana. If you haven't been here before, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when I post any new videos. So for today's makeup look, we are doing an over-the-top holiday makeup glam. I'm going in with a smoky but cut crease green eyeshadow and a metallic red lip. I did this look last year, and honestly, I wasn't that great, and I feel like I stepped up, like I leveled up a little bit. So if you want to see how I got this makeup look, then just continue watching. Okay guys, so let's get started on this makeup look. I'm going right into the tape. I feel like I've been using a lot of tape to help with my makeup looks recently because it helps me focus more on the blending, if that makes any sense. So I'm gonna put the tape on a little lower. That way I can connect the eyeshadow on the bottom to the eyeshadow on the top. So I'm going to be jumping into the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette. I'm going to be using this teal shade right here to just begin the look, I guess you'd say. It's not necessarily a transition, but you know. So I'm going to focus right here on the outer corner first, and then I'm going to just blend forward. So going back and forth between the outer corner and the inner corner, and using circular motions to blend it. And then I'm taking it a little low so it gets on the under eyes. That way I have like a map for when I start my under eyes. Then I'm going to go into the Zulu palette from Juvia's Place, and I'm going to be taking that teal shade, and I'm going to be blending out and smoothing the top a little bit. So I'm holding the tip of the brush and just lightly feathering it in. I hate that this side of my eye is so textured because sometimes it doesn't look like I blended my makeup and it's really just my terrible skin. I'm gonna go back into the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm gonna be using this dark foresty green shade right here. And we're gonna focus mainly this on the outer corner and the crease. So I'm gonna start in the outer corner, just like I started with the first shade, and just start darkening things up. And then taking it up a little bit on the tape, and then pushing back towards the crease. So I'm using circular motions, that way it blends into the other green shades nicely. And I'm taking it all the way to the inner corner, that way when we cut the crease there's still the dark green right here. And it's just like a lot of blending. That's why I like the tape, because it just lets you focus on blending and you don't have to focus on the shape as well, as long as you get the tape right, because girl, it took me a little bit to get the tape right. Not going to lie. Then I'm gonna go back into the Zulu palette, take the teal shade, dust it off, and then blend the dark foresty green shade, and just lightly, just give her little circular motions and let her blend through. So I'm going to be going into my Anastasia Beverly Hills palette and what's left of it, because I've been doing a lot of makeup looks recently, so this stuff is going by quick. And I'm getting an eyeliner brush and just soaking it in the concealer. And I'm going to start on the upper outer corner of my eye and just do a little line. And then I'm just going to outline where I'm cutting everything. So when I get to like barely the outer corner of the eye, I'm gonna bring it down in a slanted form, or a slanted line, like that. Kind of like a really high arched wing. So I don't like to put powder over the concealer when I'm doing like a shimmery look on the eye. I feel like it picks up the shimmer better. And when you matte it down, I feel like the shimmer just like, it's dull. So I'm gonna be going in with a flat brush and going back into the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm just going to pick up I'm just going to pick up this shimmery green shade right here, and I'm going to lay it wherever we put the concealer. Then I'm going to take my finger, dip it into that green shimmery shade, and then just press it on the center of the lid. That way it gets a little bit more pigment. And it's more shimmery. So once we have that, we're going to go back into the dark foresty shade, and we're just going to start bringing it towards the lash line. So I'm using back and forth motions first to make sure it blends through the concealer, and then pushing it down. Now I'm just gonna give the shadow a thick, I guess you would say a thick lash line. I feel like certain types of shadow just need a little black liner, and it makes the lashes look poppin', and it just makes everything look clean. Or if your eyelashes are like used, it really helps make it look more neat. And reveal your line. So onto the face, I'm going in with the Huda Beauty foundation mixed with the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow, just to give this not so matte, because I feel like this for my face, it's like extremely drying, and I don't like it. So. So I'm going to be taking my Physicians Formula Physician Strength Concealer, and I'm going to highlight my face. And a little dab here. My chin. I started doing like right here because I got like a weird muscle, and I don't like that. And then my nose. And then I'm just going to use the Beauty Blender to blend it all in. This is not a Beauty Blender, we know this. I'm too poor for a Beauty Blender. Now I'm just going to contour my nose a little bit. I'm going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Kit. And I'm going into the middle shade right here. And I'm just going to cut off half my nose, because we don't like that. And then go about halfway, oh shit, I fucked up. Halfway up. And then a little line right there. I'm gonna go ahead and get to the baking. I am using the Mehron translucent powder like I always use, and some fluffy sponge type thing. And we'll just go push it into the concealer. Around the contour of your nose. And then right here. So now it's time to warm up the face. I'm going in with the Sugar Contour, bronzer thing that I got in my Ipsy bag this month, and I'm just going to use this to contour. I'm just gonna make like a harsh line first, and then we'll go in with the MAC Cosmetics Aaliyah collaboration and just blend that in. And I got a little chunky over the holidays over there, so we're just gonna hide that. And let's just bring our forehead down a little bit. And then I'm gonna go back in with my Aaliyah and MAC collaboration in the shade Baby Girl Bronzer. And I'm just going to use this to blend in the darker bronzer. Now we're gonna be working on the under eyes. I'm gonna go back in with the dark forest shade right here, then the teal shade, and then I don't know, I might do a highlight in the middle. Going in with the dark forest shade from the Jaclyn Hill palette, I am just going to work on my under eyes. I'm gonna need a little mirror for this palette. And make sure to connect it. Go about halfway and do the same with the other side. Then I'm gonna go in with the teal shade from the Zulu palette and blend that into the dark forest shade. So for the inner corners, I'm going into the Jaclyn Hill palette again, and I'm using this pearlescent shade right here at the top. And I'm just gonna brighten up the inner corners just a bit. Then I'm gonna go into my Ben Nye Clown Stack, and I'm gonna be using the white shade in it to use as a liner for our under eyes. So I'm going to line my waterline. We're gonna be using a brick red lip liner from Maybelline to line our lips. So now that my lips are lined, I'm gonna go in with the color Saigon from ColourPop. And then I'm gonna go over it with the MAC and Aaliyah collaboration, and I'm using Hot Like Fire to deepen it up. I'm gonna go into the Jaclyn Hill palette instead, and I'm gonna take the dark brown shade right here, and I'm just going to put this on the outer corner of the lips. And just, I don't know, I feel like when I do this sometimes with red lips, it gives it just a little more va-va-voom, you know? Don't worry, it's not gonna stay looking like this. Then I'm going to take a little bit of the white from the Ben Nye and put it at the center, and it kind of gives it a nice like metallic-y glow. And then I'm taking my fingers and just getting everything one good blend over. So now we are onto the highlighter. I'm going in with my usual highlight that I use. It's the Resi highlighter from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and we're just going to pop it on our cheeks. Okay guys, so this is the finished Christmas glam, a green smoky eye, a metallic red lip. I really hope that you enjoyed this look. If you did, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, do all those things. And until next time, I will see you in my next video.